Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of a Blind Ham Radio Operator's Ham Radio Adventures. Just a little update on what's been going on. Let's go.
391. Thank you very much for 39173. Good luck. Yours in?
America Bravo 8 Lima Lima 55353 Park Victor Echo 5395 QSL.
All right, welcome back to another episode of a Blind Ham Radio Operator's Adventure. A Blind Ham Radio Operator's Adventure. And this is basically just an update. What's been going on, because a lot has been going on. I haven't left you guys. I'm not closing down the channel or anything like that, but it's just I'm in a holding pattern right now because of a lot of things in the fire. First up, to address the amplifier project, that's still in limbo because the work we've done so far has not fixed the issue. We have installed a DC blocking cap, a new suppressor, new meter lights, the whole 9 yards, a new 500Z tube, and there's still a problem with a big smell when you put the tube under load. So from all of our troubleshooting, it looks like it might be the D117 diode on the negative rail near the filter capacitor. So I've have a diode ready to go as soon as my buddy Aaron can get the time to come out here and get that installed to see if that fixes the problem. If it doesn't, a source has indicated that it could be a transistor on the EBS board, but I don't think my amplifier has one of those because it's an older pre-MFJ model. Date coded December 1997, so it may not even have an EBS board, but anyway, we'll see what happens. If that doesn't fix the issue, I don't know what I'm going to do, because from all of my research and reaching out to different folks, none of them here in Newfoundland certainly, but those who have the capability and are willing to fix amplifiers, it would cost me a lot of money to ship the amplifier off Newfoundland Island, essentially just to have like a $25 part installed, or a 50-cent diode or whatever. So we'll plug away at it as best we can. I'll order the parts, from various sources, and have my friends, mainly Aaron certainly, who has the skill to install it. So I've also reached out to Tom WHAI, and he's willing to do a phone consultation as well. So that'll be good. We'll be able to do a phone, and I think we'll get her going. I've sold the 590. I'm buying a new radio, and that's another reason why the amp hasn't been done just yet, because I'm buying a new radio, and I want to be able to when I have my friends come out and help me set up the radio a little bit, mainly Aaron, install that diode, get it all going at the same time. I don't need somebody making 3 or 4 trips. Day one, get the amplifier going. 2 weeks later, I'll come out and help you set up your radio. You know how it goes. So that's another reason why the amp is delayed, because I am buying a new radio. I'm buying a Yaesu FT710. And to facilitate me using that radio, I've purchased the Win4 Yaesu suite from Tom VA2 FSQ in Quebec. And it works very well with the 991. I've been testing it for a while. And now the latest update works with the FTD, with the FT710, and of course it works with the FTDX line, 1200, 10, 101 series, and the 991. So I've been extensively testing that out, and so that works very, very well. So I've decided to drop the buck on a new 710. I'm also experiencing some issues here electrically, and some component failure, mainly amplifiers. We don't know why. I've gone through 4 or 5 amplifiers here in the last 5 years. And another main reason for dropping the dime on a new radio is because I'd get a 3-year warranty. So if something went wrong, Yaesu would look after me. So, yeah, there's some issues with transfer warranties and things like that, but, I don't care. I've been a Yaesu user for years, and then went to the Kenwood, and now I'm going back to Yaesu. So that's another reason I'd like to have a nice new warranty to protect myself a little bit. Although I haven't lost any other type of component here. No audio equipment, TV, microwave, stove, washer, dryer, whatever. None of that. And I apologize for the pot falling in the background there, even though I'm in the shack with the door closed. Mostly amplifiers, and a lot of it might be to me buying, not so great shaped gear over the years. Except for the AL80B that I just purchased, of course, and but the person I purchased that from couldn't know the issues. He bought it on the word of a local ham, just like I did, and he didn't use it. So, and once things started happening, we dug in and we saw why. That it's a 1997. So, and there aren't many 1997 amplifiers running today that haven't been updated. They're probably a rare breed for those that have kept the amplifiers that they purchased. They have a tendency to upgrade them with new tubes and new components, and slowly but surely that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get this amp through, and hopefully I'll have a new amp for years once I install the new components, because they're relatively easy to find. Lots of transistors, lots of resistors, lots of capacitors, lots of diodes. There's all kinds of stuff. I can buy a kit from WHAI, which is about $30 US, so about $70 Canadian, and that's all the wiring bits and resistors to update the amplifier. The ground grid system, the gas tubular things that go under the grounded grid, and all of that. So I'm probably going to look into that. New radio, of course. That's coming, and I'll do an unboxing for that. And finally, my rotor gave up the ghost on me, and we don't know why. So that's had to go to Yaesu for repair. When I took it down, or my brother took it down for me, and when I rotated it, upside down and stuff like that, I could hear something rattling around in there. So don't know if the brake lever let go, or the brake mechanism got damaged. Maybe a little bit of water got in there somehow and it froze up, or whatever. People are telling me that it's not designed for my particular application, and I want to call bull on it, because the Mosley Classic 33 is not a heavy antenna. It's 42 pounds, and my mast maybe weighs 15. So, that's 57 to 60 pounds. The rotor has a vertical continuous load capability of 400 pounds. Now, Obviously, that doesn't mean a 400-pound vertical load and a 100-mile-an-hour wind gale, but 400 pounds nevertheless versus possibly no more than 65 pounds. The Mosley is 6 square feet. The rotor capability is 23. So the antenna coefficient is 180, and according to the Yaesu manual, you only go to 65% of the antenna coefficiency for a conservative rating. So based on those numbers, that's 117. My antenna is 95. So, and as well, I don't recall during the last year of trying to operate that rotator in, a big windstorm. I wouldn't do it. I would park the beam to the north so that the element tips would go into the prevailing winds. And so I don't know. I mean, we had more stronger winds here the winter I didn't have access to the rotor because it all, I lost the bolts out of the bottom and the whole system turned and ripped up my coax and rotor cable. So more winds that winter than last winter. So maybe just a faulty rotor. Quality these days is questionable, certainly. So I've ordered, to cover my ass, I ordered a whole new rotor cable pre-made from DX Engineering, and I have it here. I don't know if I can move it and show, but anyway, there it is. Ready-made connector, all of that. So for when the rotor comes back, just plug in a ready-made, all heat shrunk, and the whole 9 yards. In case the soldering had some issues with it, because it is a very difficult cable to solder. So, maybe something did get in there over the winter or driving rain. We had a lot of rain in late May and June. We've had pretty much, according to the meteorologists, we had almost a summer's rain in like 3 weeks. So a lot of rain. And, with the winds, I mean, who knows? Maybe the water did get in there and started oxidizing things. Who knows? But anyway, there's definitely something floating around inside the rotor housing. Whatever that is. So yeah, the rotor is off to California for repair. It's hopeful that it'll be shipped back by the 23rd of this month. So that'll take probably 10 days. So it might be mid-September before I'm fully operational. Still working on the tower. There's some welding to be done. That's going to be done next week. I've got my scaffolding all set up. And then I have to mount the crossbar with a new pulley to pull up the dipole. I've decided that I'm not going to put up the Alpha Delta just because of the uncertainty of it. I don't know if it'll work very well. And my fan dipole does work. So what I'll do is I'll look at over the winter, get the components together, and I'll just swing up a monoband dipole or something next spring for 160. That's probably my best bet. So because the issue is, okay, if I get because the Alpha Delta has to be mounted directly to the tower leg, so that means a drilling and everything else. And if it doesn't work, then my brother's going to have to climb the scaffolding stack again and unplug my coax and move it to the fan dipole. He probably won't mind doing that. But the fan works versus the uncertainty of an Alpha Delta twin sloper. So that's for sale if anybody is interested, any of my subscribers. Not trying to plug items here, but it is for sale. I'd like to get 150 Canadian for it. It's already pre-drilled for the tower leg. all that kind of stuff. So that's all in the works. Some tower repair over the next week, and then I'm just waiting on the rotor and the new radio, and then I should get the amp up and running. The dipole should be up within the next week or so that'll give me that. I'll have I'll have my fan dipole to play the new radio on, and hopefully the amplifier. So that's what's in the works. So again, I apologize. I haven't left yous. Just everything's up in the air on repairs, and I'm kind of, I don't know. Am I in a ham radio crisis? Midlife ham radio crisis? Who knows? But I wanted a fresh start as well. So that's another reason for the new radio. And, I'm trying to really do a do-over. New radio. And if the amp doesn't work out, well, I'll live with that for a year. And then maybe this time next year I'll purchase a new amplifier as well. So it all has to take time now, and it all has to come in steps, because none of us are made out of money, and the cost of things is just very, very expensive. Shipping and everything else to get into Newfoundland, Canada, it's very, very expensive. And as an example, the ACOM 1000 in Canadian dollars shipped to my door is I think it's like $5,300, but at a Radio World in Toronto it's I think it's like 47 taxes in, but it's special order, and with that you just don't know when it's going to be. So if you want it right away, you almost got to go to DX Engineering, and so that's what I've been doing, because I've been getting my products within a reasonable timeline. Except for the tube, of course, because that was delayed. But anyway, the rotor cable came within 10 days of ordering it, and paid a lot of money for it, but it is what it is, right? And another thing is I'm trying to not have so many fingers in my gear as well. So, like, if the amp doesn't work after this, there'll be a new amp here next year, and warranted and all of that fun stuff. So that's what's going on. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll do an unboxing of the new radio and power supply, and then I'll do the amp project, make sure that's going to be working, and then by then simultaneously my brother will have the tower done and the dipole up, so we'll be able to operate into a real antenna. All right, I want to thank you all again for subscribing, and if anybody stumbles across this video out in the World Wide Web, smash that like button if you like it, and we'll try to keep the content going. It gets a little difficult this time of year because everybody's enjoying the summer and everything else, but yeah, I'll try to keep you as interested as best I can. The new radio should be a joy. I'll demonstrate the software as well, the Win40 ASUS suite, and a couple of contests coming up. I really like the UK EIDX contest, although I don't know if I'll have my amp and antenna back by then, the rotor, but we'll see. It's mostly UK and Ireland and Scotland anyway, so we could pretty well work Europe on a noodle when it comes to that, if the conditions are right. So we'll see what happens. All right, I want to thank you all again, folks, and give me a thumbs up, smash that like button, whatever you got to do here, and if you just stumbled across, again, smash the subscribe, and keep checking your notifications as well for this channel, because I think sometimes if there's lack of activity, you might get automatically unsubscribed from the channel. These things have been happening, so recheck your notifications and make sure you're still subscribed if you want. All right, on that, I'll say 73 for now, and hopefully we'll catch you in maybe in a couple of weeks with some unboxing some toys and getting an amplifier going. Take care, folks. 73.